Hey, what's up YouTube? Falcon Anime here with another top anime list. Now, in spite of the recent Singles Day, happy Singles Day everybody, or a sad Singles Day solo. Now, to fill in that void, I'm going to talk about the romance comedy. That's right folks, 2 genres in one. Now, for those of you who do not know, I'm going to talk about my top anime list. I'm going to try not to refer to the animes that I previously mentioned in my other videos, but if I do, that probably means that the videos are well worth the watch. So let's go ahead and start. Number 10, starting off with a pretty popular one, Sakurasou no Pet na Kanojo. Now this anime is pretty popular and everybody's probably already seen it or at least heard of it. That being said, this is why it's my number 10. This anime is pretty good in the terms of romance and comedy. Be warned that the romance is not a complete romance at the very end, but it's kind of an implied and it probably continued in the manga, which I haven't read yet, so I wouldn't know. That being said, what I do know is that there is a residence which its inhabitants are kind of weird. Yeah. And then there's a girl that comes along who's also weird. But eventually the main protagonist and that girl create a relationship together with the comedy hiccups here and there. Overall, this anime is pretty good and you guys should definitely give this a shot. Number 9, Mason no Koku. Now I know this anime is quite dated and is actually pretty long, I think at 96 episodes, but it is well worth the watch. This is the anime that kind of lingers in your mind after it's done. What I like to describe it as, it goes through the stages of college, finding a job, and then getting married, which is a nice and overall effect. The reason why this series is 96 episodes long is because the character is not bright at all, but he does go through the motions of a full story, which is what makes it good. Go ahead and give this one a shot. Number 8, this anime. Now, I'm not going to try to attempt to say this, but this anime is pretty good. It was one of the actually few animes that ever made me laugh out loud, literally just laugh out loud. And the romance wasn't too bad either. It didn't have to make me wait 96 episodes like some other animes we know to watch the romance happen. So basically the story revolves around the main character who used to have an 8th grade syndrome and meets a girl who also has the 8th grade syndrome. 8th grade syndrome being imaginary makeup stuff that they did when they're in 8th grade. That's a totally embarrassed of. Overall, this anime was pretty good and funny, and there is a second season that's not as good as the first season, but it's still well worth the watch. So go ahead and give this one a shot. Number 7, Kimi ni Dodoke. Now this anime overall was very well done. The comedy and the romance was done almost perfectly. The only issues I do have with it is the fact that the misunderstandings in this show is kind of messed up. Now the story revolves around this non-popular girl who falls in love with this popular male, and vice versa, the popular male falls in love with this non-popular girl. The comedy is very well done, but the romance has its ups and downs. The fact that they misunderstand each other to the extent where they think that love means like and like means love, and they thought that, oh, this person like not love not, and even though they love not like, it is so messed up, which is the reason why this series is more than 30 episodes long. If you guys don't like misunderstanding, do not watch this, but if you don't mind it, go ahead and give this one a shot. Number 6, Oda Nobuna. Now this anime was actually quite good. The reason why this anime is my number 6 is because its story is what causes it to move forward. It has its comedy, which is all good, but it's definitely the romance which drives it and makes it go forward. The relationships between the main character and the female protagonist is very well done. In this anime, the story revolves around this boy who actually gets sent to the past in this whatever era. I don't know I don't know Japanese history. He uses his futuristic tactics and uses it such as guerrilla warfare to win wars for Oda Nobuna, hence the name. Overall, it was a good watch and you guys should definitely go ahead and give this one a shot. Number 5, Mayo Chiki. Now, I don't know why this anime stuck out to me. I felt that even though this anime seemed quite generic, it was a very good anime, and I could not stop watching it until it was done. But be warned, this anime is not complete, and it probably will never ever be complete. I can't predict the future though. But there are mangas, and it's definitely ongoing. In this anime, there's a boy who actually is quite allergic to females. Yeah, he gets like nosebleeds and stuff, and they always misinterpret him. But he bumps into this girl which actually he does not have an allergic reaction with. It seems pretty generic, right? But trust me, this anime is quite good, and it has a lot of feels and a lot of stuff in it, and a lot of like Easter eggs that go along with this anime. Overall, it was pretty good, and you guys should definitely give this a shot. Number 4, Nodame Cantabile. Now, when I first heard about this anime, I was actually kind of reluctant to watch it. But when I forced myself to watch this anime, it was actually pretty good, and I could not stop watching it. The story revolves around this male character who wants to be a composer and attends this musical school. He then meets a female who actually is really good at the piano. The only issue is that she's kind of really weird. So now you have this male character who's actually kind of well built up, and then you have this female character who isn't. And then try to cope with that, and then try to build a relationship upon that. Now, be warned, at the very end of the season finale, even though the season is called finale, there is still more to the series. Now, if you want to watch more, you can probably read the manga or I don't know, whatever, or you can just accept finale for what it is. So go ahead and give this one a shot. Number 3, welcome to the N.H.K. Now, this anime is really damn good. I really liked it. So the story revolves around this guy who's a NEET, someone who's not employed, educated, or in training. Now, this guy is like somewhat of a hermit. He actually stays in his house and does nothing. And he's kind of scared of the open world. I guess it's more of like agoraphobia. Now, this character meets this girl who comes along and she's trying to sell some stuff or whatever, newspaper stuff. And he kind of becomes infatuated with her. So he decides to go out more and try to interact more with the world. Now, the story is just about him coping and how he's dealing with the world being a NEET. But be warned, the anime is kind of weird though. And the romance itself does not progress very far past just a beginning a relationship. So if you guys like this type of anime with little story progression but more of how a person lives, go ahead and give this one a shot. Huh? Number 2, Bakuman. I like this anime. This anime was good because it has its progression, and it shows us how the main character progresses from being a startup manga artist to a professional manga artist, and eventually creating an anime. Now, even though the comedy aspects in this anime is really well done, the issues that I do have with it is the romance, which is seemed kind of fast and really non-existent for long periods of time. The main character, without even barely talking to this female, asks her to marry him, and she agrees only if he makes an anime and that she can be the voice actor for it. Yeah, kind of fast. It's like a Disney World. This series progresses and they agree to not see each other, yet alone talk to each other until they make an anime and be the voice actor for it. It's really weird. They have like no relationship build up. So if you guys like this type of anime and you like somewhat of a progression story, go ahead and give this one a shot. Finally, we have my number 1, Cross Game. Now, I know there's a lot of other animes that could be placed as my number 1, and they probably have already been mentioned in my other videos. That's why I went ahead and chose Cross Game. Now, when I first started watching this anime, I thought it would be alright, and I felt like kind of dated. But I think it's the only anime where it has the saddest first episode I've ever seen. The feels that came out of the first episode hits you so hard, you don't even expect it. I might have just ruined it. So the story revolves around this boy who wants to become a baseball player. It's about how he attends high school, building relationships and dealing with his tragic past. Overall, this anime was quite good and it felt like it had a good build-up and finish. But be warned, the romance is a last-minute romance. Nothing really happens until the last episode, which is like 50 episodes. So if you guys have the time to watch this one, go ahead and give this one a shot.
一だ。よし、まずは同点。